How to score good marks in Carnatic music exams. I will give you few tips, but watch the video until the end and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed. Initial level, if you are trying to appear for any exam, you must note down few very important points. There are two aspects. One is the theory, other is the practical. In the theory, whatever you write, according to that you will get the marks. But if you write Bahubali stories or any kind of KGF stories, they won't give you marks. You have to use the technical terms which are there in Carnatic music. You are writing in Telugu or English, you must use the proper terminology which is needed and underline those terminology. That is very important. You must write the exam, theoretical exam, point-wise. Don't write like a story or paragraph. If you write point-wise by giving some arrow mark or a star mark for every point, it is easy for the invigilator to correct the paper. So, the writing or the handwriting is also very important. If you scribble and come, the marks also will be like that only. So, you must write neatly. Next point, utilize the 3 hours of time of the exam. For every question, you must allot some time. If you are not getting that question, don't waste time for that particular question. Move on to the next one. Leave some space for the question. It is not a rule that you need to write 1, 2, 3, 4 questions in an order. You may write question number 1 or question number 5 or question number 4. But the question number, question 5, question 4, you need to mention clearly. If you want, you can write the question also. That is very important. Divide the paper into 2 halves. One is 15 marks, another is 5 marks questions. Simultaneously try to write the 15 marks and 5 marks questions. First, if you write one 15 marks question, go to the 5 marks section and write one 5 marks. Otherwise, at last, you won't get time. Sometimes what happens is, the same questions which are there in the 15 marks might get repeated for 5 marks. That is some internal topics from the 15 marks. That becomes easy for you to see and write. This also don't neglect. Finish off whenever you are writing the same question. Read the question paper completely 2 or 3 times. What is the question given? Sometimes the question will be little difficult. That is, you have to understand the question what has been asked. Raga Lakshanams might be asked. Notation writing, which is very important. It is for 25 marks, solid 25 marks. So many keep asking me in the comment section how to gain full 25 marks. It depends on the invigilator also. The thing is, first you need to write the name of the kriti, whatever you are going to write. Write down the complete ragam details. If you are writing about ragam Mohana, write down complete details about the ragam. You need to mention the Melakarta number, Arohanam and Avarohanam, Swarasthanams, Dhatu, Janta Prayogams. If the ragam has any Graha Vedam, those points you have to mention. If it is a morning raga or afternoon raga, those kinds you have to mention. Like that, Raga Lakshanam you have to first write. Then, whatever kriti you are going to write, first write down the lyrics completely. Pallavi, Anupallavi, Charanam. If Madhyamakala Sahityam and all are there, you can write. Then, according to the question asked, you need to write. Sometimes they ask only write the Charanam for so-and-so kriti or Tyagaraja kriti or write complete Tyagaraja kriti. Like that they will mention. It's according to their choice. One more method they may ask is write any Rupakatalam kriti. Write the notation for any Rupakatalam kriti or any Aditalam kriti. How you have to prepare Tyagaraja kriti in Aditalam, Tyagaraja kriti in Rupakatalam. Mostly they ask only Tyagaraja kritis. So you can easily prepare and write. So whenever you are learning practically, you have to memorize the notation at least 60 to 70%. In the exam hall, if you mug up and write, you can't remember. Sing the Sahityam. Imagine the notation. Write it on the paper. I did the same thing for my exams. I imagined the Sahityam. I was singing the Sahityam. I was writing the notation. Singing the Sahityam, writing the notation. Mugging up means you might forget the dirghams or semicolons or the talam marks, which are very important. If it is an aditalam, for these many letters, laghu is completed, dhrutam completed, one avartam completed, 2 dash. That is very important. These all if you mention, depending on the writing or wherever the Sahityam Aksharams are to be placed, that should be written very clearly. Use two different pens for Swaram and Sahityam. If they ask full Kruti, you can write. If they ask only Charanam, you can write. Depending on the question and your presentation, marks will be allotted. So, you need to follow these tips for theory. Coming to the practical. Whatever syllabus is there in the first, second, third, fourth years, at least 85% of syllabus you have to learn. Until and unless you learn the syllabus, don't try to appear for the exam. Exam is for yourself, that is for your evaluation. If you learn only 10% of the syllabus and you think you are a genius in Carnatic music, no one can help you. To gain the knowledge, you must learn the subject which is given. If 15 kritis are given, learn at least 10. No, I will learn only one. I will learn only one raga lapana. In blueprint only this is given. If you go in this way, if that is not accepted by the external, nobody can help. Because same kriti, if so many keep singing, that external also will feel bored. Okay. So, choose different ragams, choose different kritis. Until and unless you are prepared, don't appear for the exam. No problem. Age limit is above 14 and above 50 also you can write. So, learn the subject properly and perform. Next thing which you have to know is the talam. Presenting the kriti or varnam or alankaram with proper talam is very important. It might be first speed or second speed or third speed. Next thing will be a ragam identification, talam identification question in the practical. So you must at least know 10 to 15 ragas, the chaya of the ragams or the arohanam and avarohanam of the ragams, so that however the external will ask the question, he or she might ask to sing the Arohanam and Avarohanam of particular ragam. They will tell the ragam name, or they will sing a small akaram and ask you to identify the ragam. So this ragam identification and talam identification, where they put the talam and ask you to identify from the 35 talas. This jati, this talam, like that. This question itself contains 25 marks, which is very easy to gain. Other kritis or swarajati, however you sing, this is a very gaining point. So you must be very prepared with this ragam and talam identification. Next comes the small compositions like Tillana, Tarangam, Javali. These all compositions you learn. Whatever external will ask, you can sing easily. In the exam, nobody will be listening the full composition. Sometimes they may ask from the middle, sing Muktai of the Varnam, sing last Chittaswaram of the Varnam. You should not keep thinking what is the last Chittaswaram, what is the Muktai. 1 minute I will sing the Anupallavi and come back to Muktai. Such things should not be there. Immediately, whatever the external asks, you must be able to sing very perfectly. So, these many points you have to take care while you are preparing for the exams and while you are going to appear for the exams. All the very best for your exams. If you have any kind of queries, let me know to my WhatsApp number given in the description box as well as on the screen. Subscribe to my channel and share the video to as many as possible. Jai Shri Ram.